Now, on September 2025, 27th of that day, 41 people were crushed to death in a deadly stampede in Tamil Nadu's Karur. What followed were token measures, and 9 months later, the families of the victims are still waiting for justice. Now, the new Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Vijay is scheduled to visit Karur to meet the kin of the victims, and this will be his first visit to the city after assuming office. But even as justice eludes, a fresh political war over the Karur stampede had erupted in Chennai's corridors of power. The TVK Minister Aadhav Arjuna has now leveled a stunning charge against former Chief Minister Stalin, accusing him of killing people in Karur using state police. Now, he's added that the TVK had a personal score to settle in Karur and the party won't rest until it is done. The DMK, now in the opposition, has now hit back sharply, saying that Vijay should have been arrested the moment that he returned from Karur after the stampede. Listen into the reactions that are coming in from both sides.
எனக்கு கரூர் வந்து ரொம்ப முக்கியமான ஊர். ஒரு கணக்கு வழக்கு இருக்கு. அந்த கணக்கு வழக்க முடிக்காம விட மாட்டோம். இதே மண்டபத்தில் சொன்னோம். எங்க தலைவரை கை வச்சீங்கல கரூர்ல, எங்க மக்களை கை வச்சீங்கல ஸ்டாலின் அவர்களே, திரு உதயநிதி அவருடைய வாழ்க்கைக்காக எங்களுடைய மக்களை காவல்துறை மூலமா கொன்று குவிச்சீங்களா, அதற்கான பதில் ஒரு நேரத்தில் நடக்கும்.
Well, let's connect with Dharni on this. Dharni, as far as the Karur incident is concerned, of course, this is something that the Chief Minister himself mentioned in his address in the Assembly, where he has said he doesn't know that why he was blamed for the tragedy. But what we are now looking at as far as his first visit to Karur is concerned, post-assuming office?
Well, Chief Minister Vijay will be travelling to Karur on the 10th of July is what we're understanding at this point in time. And yesterday, at an event in the outskirts of Chennai, we saw what TVK Minister Aadhav Arjuna has to say. He says that for TVK, there is a personal score to be settled in Karur, and they will not rest unless this is settled. Mr. Stalin killed our people in Karur for his political gains. So there is a personal score for us to be settled in Karur, and we will not rest unless that score is settled, is what Aadhav Arjuna is seen telling. On the other hand, the DMK has also reacted to this statement from Aadhav Arjuna. The DMK says that the only mistake they did at that time in 2025 was not to arrest Mr. Vijay. Remember, after the stampede happened, the state police department here, they booked multiple people, including, TVK's Karur district secretary and a couple of general secretaries of the party. But Mr. Vijay was not booked by the state police. Subsequently, the matter was handed over to the CBI. Even in the CBI investigation, Mr. Vijay is not being treated as an accused, he is being treated as a witness. So the DMK says that at that time they did not bother about Vijay much. So they did not bother about booking him and arresting him. But now they feel like they should have done it before, is what the DMK is telling. So the war of words over Karur as to who is really responsible for that unfortunate tragedy is still now it's going on between the DMK and
so
the TVK.
what personal score that needs to be settled, Dharani? I mean, this is coming in from the TVK minister as to why Karur has been chosen as the first official visit, because this seems to be more of a symbolic move, meeting the families of the 41 victims.
Well, according to the TVK, the complaint that from their side is that what happened in Karur was not, was not something that happened by itself. They feel like the DMK engineered it, especially Sandal Balaji, who was considered to be the most influential person for DMK in Karur at that time. He was the one who engineered it with the help of a few antisocial elements and the police department support, is what the TVK believes at this point in time. That is what they, in fact, told in a statement in front of the CBI as well for the inquiry.
Yes, because investigative agencies that have been probing the stampede in which 41 people lost their lives, but also politically speaking, now that if the DMK back then didn't take the TVK as a new party seriously, now that the TVK is now in power, we're looking at this symbolic visit that the Chief Minister, who previously met them at a resort in Mahabalipuram last year, a month after the tragedy, is now expected to meet with the kin of the Karur stampede victims.
See, now Aadhav Arjuna is a minister, the TVK is in power now, let them investigate that. They are facing the CBI inquiry already in this case. Let them disclose that. If there is any truth in that, let anybody take an action that.
Well, that seems to be the DMK's point of view, because hitting back at the TVK, saying that they should have arrested Vijay that very moment after this tragedy that was reported there. And little did they know, Dharani, that it would be the same party who would be taking and assuming power next year, which is this year after the assembly elections. So did the DMK take the TVK lightly? Where politics over human lives, that seems to be the very issue that now the DMK now seems to be hitting back at the TVK. Dharani, if you can hear me. All right, so this seems to be the counter that is now coming in from the DMK side, saying that they should have arrested Vijay that very moment when this tragedy that was reported. But now what has now been said, when it comes to the allegations that are now being alleged on part of the TVK minister now saying that it was the previous DMK government that conspired to kill 41 people in Karur, and saying that it was the DMK government that colluded with the police there, and saying that the DMK framed Vijay in the Karur incident, and the law definitely will now take its course. And of course, when it comes to the Chief Minister, Vijay is now expected in the symbolic visit to Karur to meet with the Stampede victims.